improbable settings, fantastic places. So you always see something new and something spectacular, something beautiful and gorgeous, okay? And we also have great dark and shadowy villains. So the bad guys are usually very scary, okay? With lots of futuristic technology. Futuristic technology is thinking of something that does not yet exist. For example, 20 years ago, there were many films with smart watches. So this here is a smart watch, okay? And people could talk to people in their watch. Today, it's possible. But 20 years ago, this was sci-fi. It was science fiction. No one ever done it. Okay? Unknown and knowable forces. Also, extraordinary monsters. Okay? Extraordinary monsters. Things from space. Okay? And some of them may be made by man or by a mad scientist. If you've ever heard of Frankenstein, he created a monster from the dead who came back to life. Or by nuclear havoc. So there's also the apocalypse. Okay? So this is what a sci-fi film is. So to understand it more, here's an example of a sci-fi movie. This right here, by the way, is called a UFO. Okay? It's called UFO. UFO means an unidentified flying object. So something we don't know what it is that's flying around. Alright, so an example of a science fiction movie is something like The Fifth Element. Okay, The Fifth Element. So as you see here, we have cars that float in the air. And there's no more roads on the ground. There's no more streets. Everyone is doing everything in the air now. And so that's what we call science fiction. And actually, okay, we also have animated film or animation. Okay? So an animation, just as you see here, I'm sure you've seen Bugs Bunny before, or Tom and Jerry. So an animation movie is what some of us call a cartoon. Okay? It is made using drawings that move at a high speed. So they move so fast that it will represent movement. Okay? So one of the best examples for cartoons, because there are so many, and children love them. You have things like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Tinkerbell, Mulan. But here's one I'm sure you know. Despicable Me. Have you ever seen the Minions and how much they love their bananas? So this right here would actually be an animation, family, and comedy movie. Okay? Now, we also have dramas. Okay? Dramas. Now, what a drama is, basically a movie or a film that are serious. Okay? So, serious. They're plot-driven presentations. Okay? So usually it's all about something that's realistic. Something that's in the real life. So no one is a foreigner. No, there's no aliens from another planet. It's all about the life we live today, what we face in our daily lives, okay, from love, hate, separation, problems we face in life, ambition. All of these are called dramas, okay? Alright, so they portraying realistic characters, settings. So everything is real, as well as life situations. And stories evolving intense character development. So we always see the character grow in the movie to become someone better, okay? Or someone worse. It depends on how the movie's going. It could be a happy movie, or it could be a sad one. You never know, okay? Or action. And also, they're not focused on special effects because we said that they're realistic movies, okay? And they don't really focus on comedy. They may have some comedy and action too, but not really, that's not the real focus. Did you know that dramatic films are probably the highest film genre because they connect with so many different types of movies? That is just so many, okay? So an example of a drama movie would be something like Titanic, okay? Now, we've all seen Titanic, and we've seen how the movie begins and how we thought it would have been a romantic movie, but it's about a real life story about how someone loved someone so much and then sacrificed himself to save her, and he drowned, she lived, and then she tells the story to reporters when they found the ship that sank into the sea afterwards. Okay? So these are dramas. Okay, dramas. Alright. Up next, we have musical and dance films. Okay? So musical films or dance films, these are cinematic forms that emphasize songs or dances. Okay, so basically it's based on people singing or people dancing, okay, in a significant way. So usually with a musical or dance performance, integrated. So the music is put into the movie, and you will see the heroes singing inside the movie or dancing inside the movie. Okay? Now, usually they're focused on music, dance, songs, or choreography. Choreography is when you have a group of people dancing together. Have you ever seen any Indian movies and you see how they all dance the same? You have a big crew of people dancing together. Well, we have the same thing too in America, and that's what we call choreography, where someone designs that dance to come to life. Alright? So, what we have for a musical movie or a musical or a dance, first up, we have, for dancing, we have something like Step Up. Okay? This here is an example of a dancing movie. Okay? And it's based on dancing. It's one of the best movies you could ever see that talks about dancing. Okay? It always has some type of dramatic scene with the movie, but the movie is a dancing movie. Alright? And then we also have Westerns films. Okay? Westerns films, these are movies that are based, that actually define America a long time ago. Okay? So, Westerns are the major defining genre of the American film industry. A eulogy to the early days. A eulogy, this is the speech we give when a person dies. Okay? A eulogy is a speech that we give when a person dies. So sometimes people die, and at the funeral, people sometimes stand up and they say, this man was a good person. He was a very good father and a good brother. And he will speak about things that they did. And then we say we all hope that he rests in peace. Okay? So what we're saying with this here is that we use these types of movies to remember the days we had in America, when America first began. Okay? So a eulogy to the early days of an expansive to expand, to get bigger. American frontier. This is the land of America as it expanded and grew larger and larger. Okay? They are one of the oldest, most enduring genres with recognizable plots, elements, and characters. So usually there are guns, horses, dusty towns, trails, cowboys, alright, cowboys. Like this right here, we a cowboy right there. He's a cowboy. And Indians, okay? So an example of a Western movie would be like the Wild Wild West. So here we see Will Smith on a horse in the desert. He has his gun with him. So that's the perfect example of a Western movie, okay, or a Western film. Okay, so now we know all about the different types of movies. Let's go on to talk about giving opinions, okay? So sometimes we want to express things that we like to do, and sometimes these are the things that we love, and there are also things that we hate, okay? So let's take a look and let's see, what can we talk about when it comes to these topics? Alright, so for example, if we're talking about movies and someone said, I am a fan of science fiction movies. I am a fan of science fiction movies. Alright? And then the other person will say, me too. Now what just happened here is that that person, he just agreed. Okay? So he gave an opinion by saying, me too. Okay? Me too. Okay? But someone else said, oh no, I don't like them. I prefer comedies. Okay? So I'm a fan of science fiction movies. Me too. But if you don't, you can say, oh no, I don't like them. I prefer comedies. Okay? So let's say, do you like horror movies? If you do, you can say, I'm a fan of horror movies. If someone said that, and you do like horror movies, you could say, me too. But if you do not, you say, oh no, I don't like them. I prefer this. And then you give your opinion on what you like. Okay?
Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. I love. So do I. I love the beach. So do I. I love birthday parties. So do I. I love breakfast. So do I. I love coffee. So do I. I love walking. So do I. I love ice cream. So do I. I love exercising. So do I. I love flying. So do I. Okay. Watching. Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. I don't like. Neither do I. I don't like zombies. Neither do I. I don't like peppers. Neither do I. I don't like medicine. Neither do I. I don't like taking out the trash. Neither do I. I don't like studying. Neither do I. I don't like storms. Neither do I. I don't like dusting. Neither do I. I don't like work. Neither do I.
Okay, so now we see how we use so do I and neither do I. Okay, so now it's your job to try and answer these with either so do I or neither do I based on these smileys right here. So, If I say, I like to be at work early and get work done, what will we say? Will we use so do I or neither do I? The correct answer here would be so do I. Okay? It would be so do I. Okay? Now, when will we use neither do I if there was a negative in the beginning, like the word don't? Don't we call a negative, okay? Because we're saying don't. So this is a negative, okay? I like, that this is a positive, okay? So I like to be at work early to get work done. And so here we would say, so do I. But here, when someone says, I don't like it when people are rude. I don't like it when people are rude. We have don't, that's a negative. So our answer here would be, neither do I. Neither do I. Okay? Neither do I. Okay, can you do this next one here? I don't want to be an engineer. I don't want to be an engineer. Would it be so do I or neither do I? Yes. The answer would be neither do I. Neither do I. Okay, because we have don't. Alright. Here we have, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a lawyer. So that's a positive sentence. And so we would say in response, so do I. So do I. Okay? And the last one we have here, I like cooking. I like cooking. I like cooking. So here we would say, so do I. So do I. Okay. Now, this right here is when you agree with what the person is saying. Now, how about when you do not agree? They have an opinion and you have a different opinion. What should we do? Okay? So, let's come over here. So as we see here, so someone said, I'm a fan of basketball. Or I like basketball. You would say, so do I. But here he said, I am not a big basketball fan. I prefer soccer. Okay? So let's take a list of words that we could use to agree with what someone is saying. Okay? So we can say, so do I. Alright? Or you can also say, me too. Okay? Me too. I love chocolate. Me too. Do you like chocolate? Okay? Or if someone said, I love traveling. You can say, so do I. We can also say, me too. Alright? Now, when disagreeing, when you do not agree with what someone is saying, so that's called disagreeing. Okay? So if you disagree with what's being said, you could say, not me. Not me. And then you mention what you like doing. So you say, not me, I prefer that. And then you mention what you prefer doing. So if someone says, for example, I like soccer. And you said, no, not me. I prefer baseball. I prefer baseball. Okay? So basically, You're just saying, not me, I prefer baseball. Okay? Now, what else can we use as examples where we want to disagree with what someone is saying? Okay, so let's say someone says, I love the snow. Okay? I love the snow. And you disagree with that. You do not agree. You could say, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It means you really, really, really do not like it at all. Okay? So, if someone said, I love the snow, and someone said, I can't stand it. It's too cold. It's too cold. Okay? Someone may say, I like sushi. I like sushi. And then you say, no, I can't stand it. It's raw fish. The fish is not cooked. Okay? So you just have to know that's what you completely dislike it. Okay? Is there anything else we can say to show that we disagree? Besides saying, not me, I prefer, or I can't stand it? Let's just use these two for now. And get used to using them a lot. Okay? And let's go back over to our board. Okay? So now, I want you to do these sentences again, except using the opposite. So, you disagree with everything they say. Okay? So, if someone said, I like to be at work early to get work done, you could say something like, not me. I prefer to get to work on, I'm always late for work. I can never wake up in the morning. Not me. I can never wake up in the morning. Okay?